meet again. Hopefully you guys are having a great Tuesday evening. I don't know, I've just been thinking a lot. So I was like, I don't know. Something told me to come on, so usually someone out there in the ethers needs a message somewhere. I don't know who. But when I was sitting here, I don't know, we've been talking about like relationships, right? All tips, tips, all types, whoever it is, doesn't matter. But we're talking about relationship as a general factor. Because remember, we associate with a lot of people every day. So, it could be anybody. But I don't know, something told me to take these out. I was just looking at them. So someone could be in their emotions at this time. And it's pretty interesting because we are in Cancer season. It has to do with emotion. Also, we have Mercury retrograde, which has to do with things from the past, like revisiting events. 144s, I said that. So, like, I don't know. I was just, a lot of, like, things from the past it's been coming up for me today for some odd reason, which is really interesting to me because today we have a 7-7 portal. Which it didn't really dawn on me until I kept on seeing videos just at 7-7 portal. I'm like, so it's like the final countdown of relationships. Because time is like ticking. So let's see what we got. I don't know. And I'm not looking at the chat, my friends. We're just going to read some cards. We're just going to have some fun. We're going to see what the hell's going on. As I said, we're talking about relationships. So a lot of us are thinking about our past relationships. Like I said, I don't care what type of relationship. It could be with your parents. It could be with your coworkers. It could be with your boss. It could be with, you know, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your grandfather. It could be anybody. But we're talking about relationships. And it's pretty interesting because, like I said, we have Cancer. We also have Mercury retrograde. And we also have Venus and Leo. So we have a lot of placements that has to do with fire, water. Yeah. Can you feel it? I can. I don't know about you, but I can. As being an empath, we feel things. Trust me. I'd rather not. In my opinion. Yeah, that hurt. Alright, so let's see what we got. Alright. Let's see. We're just gonna let them fall where they fall. Wow, look. Even one fell up there. One's down here, one's up here. Where else? I don't know. Wherever they fly. Wherever they land. Communing. Connection with spirit, divine downloads. So you could be getting downloads at this time, like I said, about relationships. No, I'm not gothic. I am no part of any religion. I've gone to every church you can imagine. And all my uncles are pastors. So just to let you know. Okay. But my kids do go to a Christian school. They go to private school. I pay for them to go to school. Private. And now they're homeschooled. Because of Cuomo. Homo. Because of him. Yeah. Him. Because of him. Alright. So we have communing. And then we have reflections. Remember, I said somebody's thinking about relationships. Reflecting. The cards just confirm what I'm talking about. That's all. So it says ebb and flow. Going with the flow of things, of life, of situations. So we have reflections. Contemplate the next move. Observe before acting. And this one is ebb and flow. Change with the tides. Surrender. Surge of energy. Okay, this is not a goth channel. I get it. It's not. It's my channel. I created all this for you. Okay? Because I like it. And this is how I feel. And this is the colors I love. So if you don't like it, you know, there's other readers you can watch. Not a big deal. But this is the energy that I like. Okay? All right. And then we have solutions. Intuitive boost. Answers are coming. Higher knowledge. And then we have peninsula. Divine nature. True destiny. Purifying and cleansing. 733 and 3 people. And then we have passage, new cycles, transitioning, discovering, and perspective. See, even my cards are colorful. Just as colorful as my room. Also, if you guys don't know, I am a Reiki Master Instructor Practitioner. Also, I am an Integrated Energy Therapist Practitioner, also Instructor. So I work with people with trauma. Because I had to heal my own trauma. So yeah, communing, reflecting, ebb and flow, solutions, peninsula, and passage. Someone has a rite of passage. Someone's going through cycles. They're discovering many things. I heard facets. I don't know what that entails. Oh, wait, we have a card up here. Ooh, look. Voila. Forge a path. Making headway. Moving quickly. Leadership position. Exactly. That's what you're supposed to be doing. 9/11 hasn't said that. That's what you're supposed to be doing, forging a path for yourself. Not just for yourself, but for others. You know, in the Bible, right? You know Jesus, right? Jesus forged the path for all of us. Look at it like this. So remember when Jesus chose 12 disciples? Why did you think he really chose these 12 disciples? And guess what? They were all sinners. 12 disciples. Who were they? What were their purpose? They're in the Bible. But the reason why Jesus chose each disciple disciple by choice, picked by him, walked and chose each one because he saw something in them. What did you think he saw? He saw their spirit. He saw that these people weren't really evil. There was a reason why these people became the way they became. Due to circumstances, people being cruel. So yeah, they made poor choices because they thought they were doing the right thing at the time they thought it was a good thing to do. Just because that person did what they did to them. If you get my drift. So Jesus chose each one for a purpose. Each one had a mission. Each one had a path. And a lot of them failed, but they came back up. They failed and they came back up. I don't know, specifically something about Solomon. Someone must like many, many women. I feel like somebody is like trying to be a Solomon. Well, look at what happened with Solomon. The choices that he made. With the multiple women he decided to make those choices with. They weren't the greatest choices. He came to Jesus and then he made the good choices. He met one woman and it was Eden. That part. I had to give you a little Bible thing there, you know. But you get my drift. So yeah, so forge your own path, right? Making headway, moving quickly, leadership. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be the leader, not the follower. 1244, as I said that. Going with the ebb and flow of life, reflecting on your choices, your decisions, people, places, and things, situations. You're the only one that can come up with the solutions for the choices that you make. Because if you choose to make a wrong choice, it's because you choose to make that wrong choice. If you choose to make the right choice, then what do you expect? Passage. You have the rites of passage. The owl agrees. Look, the owl's looking at you. Remember, owls are very smart. Not just smart, very wise. So yeah, it's time to purify, cleanse, and find your true destiny. Even through all the fucking fog. All the illusions. All the mishaps. All the what ifs, could ifs. But it's still your choice to climb up to that mountain. Are you going to climb the mountain? Are you going to follow your destiny, your calling, your purpose? Whatever that is to you, I don't know. So are you going to continue to be with people, places, and things that don't help you? We don't have that much time, guys. 2030 is like around the corner. 1444, as I said now. The 144,000, and it's not people, it's the energy. Know what's coming. So are you ready? And like today, I said, today we have the 7-7 portal that opened. And then remember, we have the Lion's Gate coming. The Lion's Gate, it's the 8th. 8-8? Yeah, 8-8. And that's crazy because hear this. So when we had the Lion's portal, because I've been picking up something about the full moon, but in Leo, there's a major shift happening. I could feel it. I usually feel things before they happen. So it's like a major shift coming for this full moon in Leo. And Leo has to do with strength, has to do with leadership. So it's like the universe is testing you. Are you going to follow your path, your calling, being strong in your faith, walking the path that you're meant to walk? Because you can't serve two fucking gods. You can't. If you fucking think you can, please. Watch, you'll see what happens. You can't. You can't serve two gods. 16, 16, 7, 7, 14, 5. Change. Yeah, it's time of reflection. What do you want? Who do you want? Where do you want to go? Who do you want to have in your corner? Contemplate for the next move. Observe before acting. All right, let's see what else we got. That's a pretty interesting message. I don't know. We've been getting some pretty interesting messages lately. I like different messages. I don't like the same concurrent messages because it gets annoying. And then that's when I'm like, I have to like step away for a little bit because it's like, I don't like reading the same energy over and over and over and fucking over and over and over fucking again. Like, it's like a broken fucking record trying to fix something that's obviously can't be fucking fixed. All right. Let's see. Which ones are these? Oh, deep dive. These are the deep dives. I like these ones. I guess we're going deep diving tonight. I gotta work too. Like, I don't know why. It's crazy. There's always a reason for something, my friends. All right, let's see what we got. Wow. Interesting. Look at this. We have a seahorse. That's pretty interesting. I love seahorses. So I have a seahorse, and I don't know what the other one is, but this is the only one that wanted to present itself. So we're going to read it. And then we're going to see what this one is, because I'm interested. How about you? Because I'm pretty interested. So it says, loyal guardian. Offer protection and support in a way that nurtures and empowers protective nature. Exactly. And then we have dark wisdom. Find strength and clarity and solitude and trust the value of insight you gain. Silent watch. You could be seeing crows, ravens. All right. Whoa. All right. I guess the cards want to talk tonight. And I didn't even want to come on. Like I said, I don't question. I just do what I'm told. This came out sideways, so we're going to keep it sideways. curious on why, but... Oh, wait, we have another one. Right here, look. And it's sideways as well. So since this one was hiding, we're going to see this one later on. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the fuck is going on with 5s lately? We have two people watching and 3 likes. But YouTube likes to mess with my number, so it's not telling me now I see 3. Like, look. YouTube, go do something with yourself. So how many cards? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 came out. 5 to me is change. And we were talking about relationships. I don't care what type of relationship it is. It could be with your brother, it could be with your sister, it could be with your fucking aunts, it could be with your brothers. I don't know. I'm just reading the cards. And channeling the messages, okay? Secret refuge. Reconnect with your core and be ready to emerge with renewed clarity, protected space. Solitude. Yes. So it's like going back to you. Being inside. Look. It just keeps on repeating the same message. Solitude. You get your answers in solitude. Okay? You cannot think when your mind is in chatter. Especially when you have negative energy around you or in you. 2 twos, I said that. Okay, so this one came out sideways. And this one says, serene wisdom. Walk your spiritual path to find the calm that comes from your higher self. Gentle awakening, which is pretty interesting. It came out sideways. You're not. You are, but you're not. Like, it's like you could feel, you could sense, but you don't understand. Like, you're trying to put things together. But you're like, okay, but I see this. I sense this. I know this. But it's sideways. It's like you do, but you're like confused. Like indecisions. This is my card of indecision. Like topsy-turvy. Like yes, but no, but yes. I don't fucking know. Should I go? Should I stop? I don't know. Okay, so let's see what else we got. So this one says, delicate guide. Growth often happens in the shadows before it is fully realized in the light. Seek your source. Remember I said, people. Growth often happens in the shadows. And you know what that is? In the hard times. When you're going through really hard times, who helps bring the light in the shadows? Because it says, before it is fully realized in the light, seek your source. Dark and light. Remember, they need both. All right. Healing power. No matter how fragmented you feel, you regenerate and emerge stronger, recover and rebuild. Exactly. That's what we're all supposed to be doing, right? After heartbreak, betrayal. $24.44. Healing is your superpower. Heal from people, places, and things. Move on. Follow up brings you joy. And then we have this one more card, and it's sideways. Literally sideways. Resilient beauty. Life is more than just surviving. It's finding ways to thrive in adversity. That part. Slowly unfolding. But it's sideways. Again, indecisions. Someone's kind of still like in victim mode. Still blaming others. Still being low vibrational. How's that working out? How is that working out? Yeah, how's that working out? I like this ring. It's a spinner. So there was like, I went to Walmart and the veterans were selling some merch. So like I brought a whole bunch of merch from them. And one of these I really liked because this is the same ring I got my husband before he passed away. My son was 4 years old at the time. Him and I went to Walmart. He picked out a ring and I picked out my ring. But he gave me a ring when I was 18 before I had my son. So this was like a second time like getting rings. And I got him this specific ring. It wasn't a spinner, but the sayings were the same, which was really interesting. So I had to get it. But I like it because it's a fidget spinner. Like literally. So like when I get stressed, I just fidget. Or like I get bored. I don't know. I don't know why I meant to say that, but yeah. So, and it's pretty interesting because when he passed away and I was going through his things, because I was giving away a lot of things, when I had to clean out his apartment, and then all the stuff came to my house, and then when I was clearing out my house, I found the ring. So he still had it after many, many years. Like he would wear it when we were together, and he wouldn't wear it when we were not together. So the only time he wouldn't wear it is when we weren't together. And I found it. It was pretty interesting. I was like, because the words were faded because it was so old. And I gave it to my son because like I wore it for a few years, but I was like kind of like time for me to like let go, right? So I gave it to my son, and my son did like, and then all of a sudden like it was weird. So I was like meant to have it, but in a different way. It says spirit colors express your uniqueness and the dynamic energy you bring to the world. Unique expressions. You could be seeing feathers. Mystic glimpse. Remember I said some of you guys could be like, I said about this indecision? Like you guys can feel things, could sense things, right? It's right there. It's confirming what I'm talking about. The cards just confirm what I'm saying. So it says, you have a powerful ability to see beyond illusions and find what truly matters. Exactly. Enigmatic sight. You could be very intuitive and not even know. You just know things. You see things. You sense things. You foresee the future. Clairvoyant, transcendent. Google them, what they are. A lot of us have it, but a lot of us suppress it because a lot of people say it's demonic. Whatever. Call us whatever you want. I don't mind. It's not hurting me. Because I know what I'm doing with my life. I know where I'm going. It says pieces of truth. Wow. Can't say any more raw than that. Bring fragments of your life together to create the full picture of who you are. Reclaim wholeness. You know what? As I said, it's 333. I always tell God, why the hell did you put me on this shitty planet with these shitty people? Why? 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 The only thing that I am so grateful for, because I wasn't supposed to have, was my kids. I wasn't supposed to have kids because of my foster parent that had me at the time before my other foster parent took me in. So, yeah. I wasn't, yeah. The best blessing God had gave me on this planet is my boys. And the father of my boys. Even though he's not here. But I'm happy that God chose him to be the father of my children. Because my children are very gifted. Their father was very gifted. But if I know now the things that I know now, but I think he was just too far gone, so it wouldn't even made a difference. Maybe him passing, me meeting my twin, which was my daughter's father, helped me know myself in a sense more spiritually, and I can help other people that have gone through certain similar situations. You know what I'm saying? So if he was still here, I wouldn't be here with you on YouTube. I wouldn't. So like, you know, it's weird. And he's one of my guides. He guides me all the time. I know when it's him because I could feel him. And he was my soulmate. Yes, I did meet my soulmate. But were we meant to proceed the rest of the way? No, because I knew. I knew at a very young age he was going to go. He also knew too. He actually predicted his own death. And guess what? How he died is how he predicted his death. Isn't that fucking weird? Isn't that fucking weird? He died the way he predicted it. He told me what he saw in his dream. And exactly how he was going to die. And he had this vision years before, yeah. When we discussed about our dreams, because him and I would have deep conversations about the craziest things. Because he would see things before they happened, and I would feel things before they happened. It was weird. Our dynamic was very strange, very foreign. But we had a lot of similar things, and we could talk about weird shit. You know what I mean? We always did, and I think that's what made our relationship different and unique, even though we had many obstacles. And he also didn't understand what he was going through. Because he had multiple personality disorder. Which is hard to deal with. I didn't know who I was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Especially when he was in drugs and alcohol, it was worse. Because he'll go on binges for days, and I wouldn't see him for days or weeks. So, yeah. So, yeah. So now, I get to help you guys. So I met my twin back in 2017. Him and I lost our daughter. It's been 7 years. 2019. 2019, yeah. 2019, I lost her. And, yeah, it's been a crazy ride. It's been a crazy ride. Oh, and then I actually met my real twin, and that was a shit show. Dude, we look alike. It's so funny. We have the same birthmark, literally, on the same nose, and we have the same arch. It's weird. See, look. We have the same birthmark. Which is really strange. But hey, but that's no here nor there. So guys, hopefully you liked the read. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, did. If it didn't, don't make it fit. But that had to do with relationships. Just really look at your relationships. What do you really want for yourself? Mostly for yourself, for your mental health, your finances. Because remember, who you hang out with is what's going to multiply or deduct. I'd rather have people that add, multiply, than subtract and deduct from what I'm already doing. That part. I thought we were supposed to add, not subtract. I thought we were supposed to multiply, not deduct. You know, it's not fucking taxes. I'm not giving you my portion. Alright. So, I know I could be an asshole. It's alright. I know I'm an asshole. It's alright. But yeah, so I'll catch you guys soon. I don't know when. I have a very busy day tomorrow, so I don't know. I might be back. I don't know. Look, I never question God. I just follow what he says. And I just do what I'm told. But you guys have a great evening. Enjoy your Wednesday. I will enjoy my Wednesday. Actually, I need some water. And yeah, take care of yourselves. And who cares what anybody thinks about you? It's not like they're paying your fucking bills. Look, I don't care about anybody's opinion about me. Because nobody pays my bills. But me. That part. So, you guys have a great evening. And I will talk to you soon. Good night. Oh yeah, so please like, subscribe, share, comment. Also, please push the notification button so each time I post, you will get notified. Also, check me out on my other platforms, my Telegram, my Rumble, and here on YouTube. And you guys have a fabulous evening.